Is anybody there? Hey, is anybody there? Okay, we're going to wait for just a few minutes to see. If y'all can, give me a thumbs up if anybody's watching. I had to redo this thing because I'm having a dickens of a time with this live stream stuff. And then when I put go live, anyway, it went to some other page. And I was going, I lost it. So anyhow, but let's kind of wait to see if you guys are there. We're gonna give y'all a minute. So what's everybody been doing today? Have y'all been busy?
We've been extremely busy.
I know we're like, but we knew we had to be up to do this live stream.
Garden coming in, gonna keep us on our toes.
Can y'all hear us? Do I have the volume up enough? Did you see my? Okay, can y'all hear me? I want to make sure that you can hear, because I might just be talking and nobody can hear me. If you give me a little chat thing, say we can hear you. Because last time I had trouble with it, Mr. and I, and y'all going, can't see you or something, it was a fiasco. Finally, I got it. But since this is our second live, I'm still kind of new at it and not used to moving all the buttons and stuff. I know some of you guys have asked us to do a live again. And so I put it on yesterday to let you know that we were going to go live tonight at 7. But so who's watching? Anybody watching out there? Did y'all forget us? Now I know y'all wouldn't forget us now, would you? Okay. Well, I don't know if anybody's watching or not. Where's our friends, babe?
They eating dinner.
I put on there at 7:00. What happened to them? And they said, Sheila, go live. Hey, William! I just knew you would be here. I just knew it. I knew it. I'm so glad that you're here. Mr. and I've had a heck of a day, I want to tell you.
Let me see that.
Right there. See right there?
Oh, yeah.
She goes, hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, yeah, it's I'm kind of waiting to see if anybody else is coming in, William. We put yesterday that we'd be on at 7:00 tonight. And of course, I've been having trouble with my computer like last time. Last time, y'all couldn't see us. I think you could hear us, but you couldn't see us. So I thought I got all the kinks worked out. So anyway, I'm hoping everybody can hear and see us. My eyes are foggy. Wait a minute. No wonder. Mister tells me all the time, goes, I don't know how you can see out of them glasses. He's always cleaning his. This is soft, so it's going to be okay. But anyway, I know a while back somebody or a few of you asked and said, hey, when are y'all going to do? Y'all says I got my glasses off. I can't hardly see y'all. Hold up. Is yours clean? Did you clean yours? He always cleans his. Oh, I can see now. I need like little things on there too. But anyway, let's see who's Barbara. Hey, can hear and see you. No, good, because I was worried about it. I was going, this is the second time, and I want to make sure all the kinks was worked out. And I told him at 6:30 I was trying to set this up, just in case things wasn't going to go right. So, what you thinking about?
I'm thinking about at 5 or 7 tonight.
He's about to go to sleep.
The screen went blank, and talking about, oh my gosh, not again, not again. Panic mode.
Y'all know his other name, don't you? Come on, let me see. Hey, Lexa, how you doing? Because, hey, y'all. So you got the y'all. It's a southern thing, y'all. That's what we say around here, y'all. What was I saying?
I don't remember.
Oh, I know. What's his other name? Anybody? Let's see who can get first. What else do I call him besides Mister? This is a test. Let's see if y'all watching.
Intelligent.
Hey, Barb. Hello. Intelligent.
Yeah.
One day he said, Martha Stewart. Well, you got it. Woo-hoo! You win the prize. I don't know what it is, but you win the prize. Martha Stewart over here.
Mr. Martha Stewart, please.
You retired though, didn't you?
Mr. Martha Stewart.
Haven't you retired?
I have.
He's retired. I've been fixing a dinner now for the last how many days?
2 or 3.
I thought it was longer than that.
Mm.
What was the first night I fixed? I fixed something. Oh, we had a vegetable plate.
Mm-hmm.
The first night I fixed vegetable. You know, he's a hot dog and bread, hot dog and hot dog. I fixed the first night a vegetable. I think I put it up. Maybe not. I fixed a vegetable tray. We had stewed squash. I can't even remember. Slaw. Y'all remember? Did y'all see slaw?
Everything was out of the garden.
Slaw. Golly, I can't even remember.
Cabbage.
Corn, lima beans.
Cabbage.
Yeah, cabbage and a corn muffin. It sure was good. That was Sunday. Then Monday I fixed what? Hamburger? Was it the hamburger thing? Well, I can tell you what we had tonight since it's, I can't remember way back then. But tonight we had tacos. Oh, I don't need to be reading, y'all. Cheryl goes, hi, Sheila, mister. You call him a lot of names. You're going to get me in trouble.
Well, I know.
You're going to get me in trouble. Yeah, we're supposed to be friends.
Sticks and stones.
Well, he calls me a lot of names too, but he just mumbles it. That's what you do. And I go, what'd you say? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I go, yes, you do. I hear you mumbling. You know it, and I know it. Let's see. What you laughing at, Barbara? Both y'all, Lexi, you laughing too. Barbara, you were going to get me in trouble. We're supposed to be buddies. Mm-hmm. What do you go lie?
I'm sure they're good names. I'm just positive.
He says you can call me handsome.
No.
You did too. It was just the last week. So you don't even remember. We're getting old. We can't even remember.
Oh, that's when we were talking about pronouns and adjectives.
Oh, yeah.
If I got to use the proper pronoun.
Don't get me in that now.
Because you don't like.
So-and-so and so-and-so.
That's right. Then you can call me by the adjective that I prefer. If I have to call you by the pronoun you prefer, call me by my adjective that I like.
And that is?
Intelligent.
And?
Smart.
And? He did say handsome.
Well, it was just a joke. Hardworking. Caring. Those adjectives.
Are those all adjectives? It's been a while since I've been in school.
Yeah.
Because, well, he is handsome. Well, thank you, Cheryl. Now, his head's going to get so big he ain't going to be able to fit in the screen. I'm just telling you.
Borrow these. You can use those. You might need those.
Anyway, tonight, so I've become the Mrs. Stewart now because he retired. Because I got tired of eating hot dogs. Hot dogs and bread. What we having tonight, mister? Well, I was thinking about putting some hot dogs and hamburger out on the grill next night. Well, what are we going to be eating, mister? Well, we got some leftovers there. Well, what leftovers, mister? Well, we got some hot dogs and leftover hamburgers in there. I was going ready to turn into a hot dog. Oh.
She is a hot dog.
I'm not no hot dog. I got to read what y'all writing. Did Mister win his girl a prize on one of those games at the county fair? He didn't even try.
Are you kidding me? She about had a heart attack when she saw the price of the foods. I wasn't even going to go try to buy a ticket.
Tell them about that, mister. We did go. Thank you for watching. We went to the Derby. It's been years since I've been to a Derby. So we went to the Derby. But let me set it up. So we were saying, okay, let's go there. So we got close there. Well, we're going to go get something to eat first. And before we went, because I really didn't want to eat any of that fairground food. I mean, I was afraid for food poisoning, or you just never know. So when we got kind of going by there, just these people are flooding in. I go, Mister, I don't know, and we don't get no good parking place if we keep waiting and waiting and waiting. So we decided to go on in. Now it was $10 a person to get in. Y'all with me now? $10. Remember, $10 a person to get in. Okay. So we got in. So we said, well, where's the food trucks? And I'll leave it to him.
Yeah, so we were starving. We hadn't had anything to eat, so we walked around looking at the food choices, and I wanted to experience the food trucks. The carnival food, so to speak. My gosh, we got. I went up to one, and they had a picture of an onion, blooming onion, with dip. I said, that'd be good. We could share that.
But they didn't have no prices. I mean, now they have a list of everything that you could get from this truck. But usually out the side, you got the price of what everything's going to be. There wasn't there one price nowhere. So I said, well, you better check the price before you get it.
So I did. I said, how much are your blooming onions?
Well, no, baby. Let me back up. I'm sorry. I'm a detail. You remember the detail and fine, okay, soft so-and-so? Mm-hmm. I'm a detail person. The detail person is there was this man who couldn't speak English. So he was asking, he goes, how much is your blooming onion? And the guy's going, he said, the blooming onion. So what they do is outside on the little ledge, they have already made up like chicken tenders. They'll have a little chicken tender with fries. They had a blooming onion over here. Then he had something else. So the guy was going. And so Mr. had to go, right here. What? How? No, this. And then he was going. So he was going. How much is it? I'll go ahead and go on.
So he asked somebody else back in the truck. You sure? I can go on?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he asked somebody. He asked somebody in the truck, and he comes back and says $20. $20 for a little blooming. I said, are you blooming crazy? What?
An onion.
$20.
$20. And I looked at Mister, and he's looking at me, and I go, no, we don't want that.
No.
So then we went down to the next one, and that was what, chicken tenders, and
yeah.
So you did now. So
we decided the chicken tenders, like 3 chicken tenders, and what was fries?
Fries. In this little carton about the yay big, like
$18.
Yeah. Well, you go, how much is this? He goes, me. So he had to go and ask the guy in the truck too, because he didn't know nothing. He didn't know how much nothing was. I think they were making it up. Did we look like we had S on our heads? We're stupid.
So $18. I said, you're joking. So I asked how much the corn dogs were. They were $6 or $7 for
$10, baby.
Oh, was it $10?
$10. No. That one, because we went to another food truck.
And it was $7.
$7
for a corn dog.
There goes them hot dogs again. Don't you know we had to get that hot dog in there somewhere?
Corn dog, $7. We could have bought a whole big old box of them less than that.
That's what I told Mister. I said, first I said $10, and then he had to get something, because diabetic, and
gotta eat.
So he has to eat. So his eyes were kind of getting that look in him. And I said, Mister, you got to get something to eat.
So I sent Sheila up. She robbed Wells Fargo, and we came back and got ourselves 2 corn dogs, and we split a drink, and that was what, 22?
Well,
it was like 18, 19 bucks.
$14. No, 14, 7 is 7. It's 14. Then you got got a bottle of water.
$3 for a bottle of
So
water.
17
$17 for 2 corn dogs
and
and
water.
water. I said, "Oh,
So
I give up. Don't shoot."
well, anyway,
Highway robbery.
he had to have something to eat, like I said. So I went over to this like stool or to sit while I was waiting on him to order the corn dogs. I really didn't want no corn dog. Yeah, I can't get away from hot dogs. Well, anyway, so he's standing over there doing the ordering, and this lady sits in the bench on the other side of me. And I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I couldn't help but hear her because her head was right there at my head. So the husband comes over and he sits down, and she goes, "Well, where's the drinks?" He said, "I didn't get any." She goes, "Why didn't you get any?" He goes, well, I want to tell you something. He said, I asked for 3 Cokes. He said, "Can I have 3 Cokes, please?" He said, so the guy gives me 3 Cokes and he sets them out there. And then he turns around and he says, "That'll be $30. She goes, $30. Now I turn around going, $30? $30 for 3 Coca-Colas. He says, "No, you can keep them." So did he win any prizes? We'll get back to the question. No, everything was just ridiculously high. I mean, honest to goodness, in this vicinity, and I'm not trying to put down anybody, but in this area, but these are kind of these are farm people. They make their living on farming, and then they on the cotton mill, and the cotton mill's not here anymore. So their income isn't a whole lot. I told Mister, I said, if this comes around once a year, because I don't remember it last year. Do you?
Yeah.
You do?
No, not this one.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I said, but if this is an annual thing, poor old guys, that they're going to have to think, well, now next year about this time, I'm going to be taking my girl out to the fairgrounds, to a little carnival. And so I got to be saving up my pennies now. I thought you got to save up your pennies a whole year so you can take a girlfriend. So here we go, $10 each to get in. And then we got 1 corn dog apiece and some water. Count that up. It was highway robbery. I was upset.
And you got kids, of course, they're going to want to ride the rides. They're going to want a snow cone. They're going to want a corn dog. They're going to want a corn dog. So you're going to spend your week's vacation money wise feeding the kids and letting them ride the rides at this.
You got to save up all year. Poor people, and we don't have that much activity around here anyway. And it's just pitiful. This for them was a big deal, a big night out, big date night. You know what I mean? And then when we went to the Derby, which is on the fairgrounds, that started at 6:30. I don't know, my nose is itching. Does that mean somebody's coming over? I don't know what that means. But anyway, so we were sitting up in the bleachers. We wanted to get a good seat. Thank God we did. We went to go get a good seat. And while we were sitting there, we were seeing these people walking by because now it's starting to fill up. Let me tell you what. I don't know how many of those little cartons of the little 3 or 2 chicken tenders and the French fries. Now, remember what I said, how much it was? I couldn't believe all these people buying that. I said, and I was telling Mister, I go, well, there's him and his wife and their 2 kids, and they all got a basket. Now, how much is that, Mister? That they just spent on this little itty bitty food, not counting how much to pay to get in. And so we were just sitting there counting the money. Everybody, but ain't that awful? But it wasn't because we weren't going to pay it. Of course, now we're old, we're on a budget. So we have to watch our pennies anyway, if you know what I mean. Us mature people. Did I tell you about the mature?
Mature people.
I didn't tell him about the mature.
Are you talking about?
Remember, I was putting there, y'all know, I put on there about, why am I on YouTube?
That's an adjective for me, mature. That works. What could you? Well, you could use immature, mature, immature.
You deserve that one.
See that? Physical abuse.
He
physically
deserved it.
abusing
Y'all
you.
know. Y'all back me up. He deserved that one. He called me immature. Now, do I act like I'm immature?
Immature.
Sometimes I can't say words right. I try, and he has to correct me sometimes. I know what it is. Or have y'all ever been like this? Like you're trying to think of a word, and I go, it was it this morning? Let's see, I'm old minds. I was going, it starts with the letter C. It's like I know it starts with a letter of the alphabet, but I can't remember the whole word. Have y'all been like that? You go, that B thing, the one that starts with a B.
Here's a good one. We were out fishing one day, out on the river, and beautiful day. We were out there fishing, casting out.
It is, Sherry.
And an egret flew across the river and landed fairly close to us. And she, out of the blue, said, oh, "Look at that, Ingrid! That is so pretty. Look at that, Ingrid." I said, "Ingrid, Ingrid. Do you mean egret?" "No, yeah, that's what I mean. Ingrid. Have mercy."
It was a female. That's why I called it that.
Yeah.
Well, I was close.
That was close.
He knew what I was talking about anyway. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying things, and some, I bet y'all do the same thing. You just don't admit it.
Do Ingrid eat fish?
Ingrid's,
Yeah.
the Ingrids. What's that called now? What's the right word?
Egret.
Is that a crane bird?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Why don't we just call them crane birds?
Um,
Is there a difference between a crane bird and an egret?
Probably.
Do y'all know if it's anything that's the difference between a crane bird and an egret?
And Ingrid.
And Ingrid. Let's see, I gotta keep up. I'm always like that. I can forget a word that I just spoke. That's me. And sometimes I forget me writing. I go, honest to goodness, Barbara, I'd be writing somebody, and this has happened a long time ago. I haven't done it in a long time, but I caught myself. I couldn't figure out how to spell if.
Ooh.
I was sitting there, I was going, honest to goodness.
EF?
No.
Oh.
And then I was just sitting there now, and I was thinking to myself, what's wrong with you? How come you know how to spell if? That's only 2 letters. What's your problem? Why can't you write? Have y'all ever had that to happen? Oh, y'all laughing at me.
But I tell you,
a thingamajig.
What's even worse than that is you walk into a room to get something, and you get in there, you're standing in the middle of the room. Now, what did I come in here for?
I told you a story about that one, didn't I? You know what did? I just told them about a story about walking in a room, because you're by yourself and ain't nobody around talking to you, and you're tired of sitting, so you get up and you just go to the doorway. You just kind of look around, just looking. So is there something in here I can do? Well, heck, fire. You done cleaned up. I mean, that room stays clean because nobody messes it up. So there's nothing you can do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I was going to tell y'all something. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yep. See,
What?
like-minded people. Let's see. We're laughing with you. Thanks, Barb.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something about. Oh, it goes back to the mature. So I was going, why am I on here? And everybody, and y'all were such a blessing to me. You don't even know how big of a blessing that you were. And telling me, Sheila, we enjoy you, because really, you know what? There's a couple people. A lot of people said that they just don't, make comments, but they love watching. But I didn't know all of this, and so I was thinking, am I affecting anybody's life out there? Because I'm different, I am. I'm different, and some y'all like different. And being old, you think, well, most channels that you bring up are young whippersnappers, and like people want to watch old farts like us. And then somebody, I can't remember who it was. I can go back and look at the comments and go, we're talking about we are mature ladies. I thought that's a good one. I didn't think about that one. That's a good one right there. We're mature. That's where the mature comes in.
Yeah, okay.
So I was trying to think of something. Well, we'll tell you about our day. Let me see. I got
Well,
to
wait
keep
a minute.
up.
I haven't got
Oh,
through the Derby yet. Have you
oh,
finished with the Derby?
oh, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
you go ahead.
Well,
I'll just jump in anytime.
yeah. Well, I told her for when we went there would be a great car. They'll be selling cars at the end of the Derby, and see if we can't pick you one up for next to nothing. But she didn't like any of the cars. I don't know.
Y'all know he tells fibs.
How do they know?
Your nose is growing right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, get back to the the video. I so appreciate you. Um, I know a lot of people don't know sometimes how to take me. I'm pretty flat footed, and sometimes people just don't know how to receive that. And I just thought a lot of times let's just cut through the chase. I don't like beating around the bush. Let's get to it. Let's say it. Let's don't sweep it up on the rug. Let's take care of it right now. That's just the way I am. Are any of y'all ladies out there like that? I mean, we're getting old. We don't have time to be messing around and afraid somebody might not like that word that you said. You know what I mean? I say that all the time, don't I? You know what I mean. I guess I should name this. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what's up, y'all? You know what I mean. That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. That's why we watch you. Like-minded. Barbara goes, agreed. That's my buddy, my double wide friend in Virginia.
Yeah.
We got to visit. Yes, say it like I'm telling you. And so people don't know how to take me. And to me, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Well, I know how to take you. I take you to McDonald's. I take you to
That's not what I'm
Walmart.
talking about.
Take you to Lowe's. Yeah,
People get too offended about everything. Sue, you can preach that one now. I'm gonna tell you, that was a good one to preach right there, because that's the truth. You know, it's like, okay, let me give you an example. It's somebody comes out, and y'all know this one. Once I start, you'll go, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But you got somebody comes out, and they got this dress on, and they come out and they go, how's this look? You like this dress? Now, a lot of people, they go, oh, yeah, that's pretty. And they know that's the ugliest dress they ever seen on that person. It don't fit right. It's not coming to them. And they're just going about how pretty it is, and they look good in it. Well, I don't.
Well,
You come out and you go, hey, how you like my new dress? Is it pretty? I go, well, you want me to answer you honestly? And I try not to hurt the feelings, but you ask me. If you ask me, that means you want to know. So why am I going to lie about it? Then I got to ask God to forgive me for that lie that I just told. So why am I going to lie about it? So I try to think about it. I go, okay. I go, well, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think maybe another style would fit you better. You try to come across like, but most people they lie, pants on fire. They're constantly lying. And another thing, I'm on a roll. And another thing, they go, well, and it's just the same. They go, hello, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? It's just an automatic fine. Well, sometimes I ain't fine. So you ask me if I'm fine. If I'm not fine, I go, well, I got a headache today. I don't feel good.
well, look, us guys know that is a lose question. Oh, how's this dress look on me?
Hey, KK.
I plead the fifth every time. That's just to be safe. Play the fence. That's the way you do it. And you might come out alive.
Safe rooms. Ridiculous. These people. What'd you just say?
Nothing.
What did you just say?
I plead the fifth.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
I'll hear it when this is played back. So you might as well fess up now what you just said.
I was just agreeing with you
About what?
about the dress thing.
What, you're afraid to tell me if I come out with an ugly dress and I have to ask you how it looks and you're going to tell me it looks fine when you know I look like a big sackcloth on me and
No, not at all. I just plead the fifth.
well, you know what? That now see, we got wisdom,
Sit on the
ladies.
fence.
If you say that, come on. If you say, well, I plead the fifth on that, then I know that then that's not a very becoming dress. So if I ask you that, go, I plead the fifth. That means you don't want to tell me that it looks ugly on me.
Well, that's
pleading
your
the fifth.
That's your assumption, not
No,
mine.
because why would you avoid it? If I look good in it, then you go, oh, that looks pretty. Sheila, you sure look pretty in that. Oh, I like that color. But when you plead the fifth, that don't even go. Y'all know. Let's see. Mr. Be careful. Remember the mayonnaise. JFG and Dukes. Oh,
well, there's another way to look at that. She was holding JFG jug, which was empty, and the Duke's jug, which was full. Now tell me, if the Duke's is so superior, why is the JFG jug empty?
He's telling a story.
Really? Why is the JFG jug empty and the Duke's jug is full? What's going on there?
No, that ain't how it went. No,
why is this one empty?
No.
Somebody's been eating all the JFG
that ain't the way it went.
And leaving the Duke's alone.
See, look, he's trying to make stuff up now. Mm-hmm.
What about that?
No. See, they know the truth. What happened, for some of you who don't know, I'll tell it real quick. I'm not going to just go for a long story. See, he always said, I like JFG. Ain't no other names but JFG. JFG's the best. I go, you would know that. Yes, I would. I know that. And I go, it's all in your mind. And I said, but I like Dukes. But I think I like Dukes because that's what the family ate. It's kind of like one of those things, that kind of passed on down. So I said, you would know different. And to me, if you put a JFG out there or some, except for Miracle Whip, I don't like Miracle Whip. But if you put something up, this mayonnaise, I go, oh, okay, just give me some mayonnaise. Slap it right on there and eat it. But he kept on. I was going, So he went to work. So I took, when the JFG jar was empty, then I opened the Duke's mayonnaise and I went.
Which is full?
Yeah, the Duke's mayonnaise is full because it was in the cupboard that I got out that I could put in the empty JFG.
Sure.
Because I knew if I brought out the Duke's mayonnaise, you go, I don't want to eat that. So I put the Duke's mayonnaise into the JFG jar and stuck it in the refrigerator. He ate 3 jars of those. So one day, then I said, how you like that mayonnaise? He goes, it's good. Can't beat JFG. Because sometimes he'd get a big spoonful and go, put it on his plate. Just big old slab. Was it slab? Slab of mayonnaise. See, I get down the words mixed up. Big old slab of mayonnaise. He'll just stick it in, get some beans and get a little bit of mayonnaise and stuff like that. So he was doing that, but it was Duke's. So he goes, can't beat JFG. I said, ha ha. What you don't know, the last 3 jars has been Duke's. So I just have to tell you that.
Had my system so messed up, it took 3 months to get better. I think she's trying to poison me. That's what I think.
Anyway, stand your ground, girl. You got that right, KK. See, is this got the LOL there? Now, I know some of you. I don't know if all of y'all have gone back and watched some of the older videos or not. Some people don't like to do that. But with the videos so far that's on here that's seen my videos that put up Mr. and I's videos, what has been the funniest video or the story in one of the videos that you thought was the funniest? I kind of like to get a census here as to what y'all thought was the best story. I have stories, a lot of times, but I'll be thinking of like during the day, I'll be doing something. I go, oh yeah, I got to tell them that story. I'll be dog when it's time to video and stuff. I'll forget it, or I forget videoing because I got y'all in my pocketbook because I got backpack pocketbook and I put y'all the camera in my backpack and I forget. We've gone a lot of places I wanted to take y'all. I had all intention. Well, y'all were with me. Y'all were in the backpack. I took it with me, but I just didn't film it. So if you could think of the story that was the funniest, oh, KK goes the hotel joke in the bathroom and the lawnmower story.
That bathroom thing was not funny.
I laughed. I'm gonna tell you. Wait a minute. Let's see what else. Funniest story for me involved the new zero. It's called Follow Instructions. Men don't do that. And Marv goes the pickup story where Mr. fell off. I remember that. You remember on the truck?
Oh,
and you said
snow.
you want to put your weight back there, and I was trying to go and trying to get because it was snow on the ground. So he thought his weight on it would make the truck go, and so we go and then I looked in the rearview mirror and I'm going, "Where's Mister?" He fell off the truck.
Richard Petty.
I laughed. Well, then I got worried. Are you all right? But when I opened the door and I saw him and he was laying out there, I thought he was out there making snow angels. And then I thought that once I was going like that, he fell off the truck.
Ease it on out.
Sometimes you can't do that. You got to do that to get it out of that little rut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I about forgot that one, Barb. The pickup truck. Funny story. The mower. I've got a lot of people said about that mower. The bathroom. Now the bathroom one, I want to say, for me, laughing. I'm gonna tell you, I laughed. I mean, I was like one of those. It was one of those loud, deep, and your stomach's hurting. I laughed. I couldn't hardly stand myself. I had tears coming down my eyes. I couldn't talk. That was fun because it looked like a big old, what you'd done number 2. It was on the floor, but it was just Play-Doh that our friend put it there, for a joke for him. And he goes, we go in. And he goes, and I knew it was in there beside the commode. And David said, that's the name. He said, Sheila, whatever you do, don't get it wet. This play poop thing. He says, because, we use it for other people that we know and stuff. He says, so don't get it wet. I said, ain't no worry about that. Ain't no worries. So then he turns on the bathroom light and he goes, what is that? I already knew. I go, what? Try not to smile. He goes, right there on the floor. I went, oh no. But I'm telling you what, that was and then he threw it in the commode. Guess who had to reach in there and get it out? Because David told us not to get it wet.
David would have got wet if it had been there.
I said, call David. Let's see, y'all's going on up in there. Let's see. You expect me to remember stories? I can't remember a word. I just, girl, don't you know it? I gotta take notes. I got a phone that can remind me of things because I won't remember it. What about the one where you locked yourself out of your truck? Now that was devastating. It was. You remember that when we locked ourselves out of the truck when we were going down there, Cana, someplace. Also, when you were going to garage sales and Mr. was looking for issues because you were going to have what?
Well, I'll tell you the one I like best.
Baby. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's when I changed the alarm clock when I was working, getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and I changed that alarm to the rainforest. She was in a dead sleep, buddy. She was gone.
Oh, that's his favorite.
Getting it done. And when that thing went off, she sat straight up, looked around, eyes as big as 50-cent pieces, jaw dropped open. What's that? What's that? What's that? And I mean, I laughed for 30 minutes before I could get out
Wait a
of
minute,
bed.
our chat keeps getting disconnected. Please wait while we try to. Now they need to fix that. I hope y'all are hearing everything successfully connected again. Oh yeah, I told them about that one.
Yeah. That
That's
macaw
scared.
was sitting right on your head.
I didn't know for y'all first time watchers. What was one of the funniest ones. He thought because he had to get up at 5:30 every morning, and he has it on that buzzer, alarm buzzer. So I'm used to it. And when you get used to something, you just kind of tune it out, don't bother you, right? Well, one morning at 5:30, the alarm went off. But what he had done was he put it in this tropical forest where, like you said, the macaws go, "Woo, woo, 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 woo," with all these sounds. I sat straight up in the bed. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what that sound was. And he's over there busting a gut.
When did we go to the Amazon? That was hilarious.
We got all kinds of stories. I just can't think of them. I'm going to have to write them down. Can you remember a funny story, baby?
Not offhand. Not one that won't get me in trouble.
Oh, yeah, there's some. It's like, we can't tell those.
Mm-mm.
But we share them and we laugh. I ain't going to say no more. I'm going to get in trouble. Well, today, I got up this morning. I was tired. I slept almost at what, 7:45?
Mm-hmm.
I don't sleep to 7:45. And I got up and I was tired. Even sleeping, like between 6 and 7 when we get up. It was 7:45. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm going, dog. And I'm still tired and sleepy. Mister says, won't you just go to sleep? I said, no, I got to get on up because I had things to do. So I got up. I had picked the squash. Oh, I don't think I got that video up yet. It's coming soon. Anyway, so we picked the squash. And this morning I knew that I had to can it. So you have to do all the cutting. And I got a video on that that's coming out of me canning the squash, raw pack squash. So we did that. Then we had to go. Now, remember now I got a late start. And then we had to go pick up his truck. Let me tell you this. This is one of those you can just bite a penny nail into. There's this person. It's kind of,
Nice.
that's what I said. But anyway, we wanted to get that truck, which I don't think you see much of, to get it painted. So he said, well, it'll take 2 weeks. Well, we picked it up today. You know how many weeks it's been?
8.
8 weeks. So we knew we had to go pick up the truck, and which is still not done. We got to take it back Saturday to have some other little things done. I don't want to go. You can go, but anyway. So we knew we had to do that, and he said around lunchtime, like 12:30 to 1 or something like that. So okay, get up late. You got to do it, And look, when you can stuff, you can't do it just jiffy quick. Once you got to get everything, got to cut it, wash everything, cut everything, and then da. So it takes a while. So by the time I get that done, it's time to go down to another state. So no, it's not that far, but anyway, so we had to go there. Then we had to kind of wait on him. They got to talk about it. Finally, I told Mister, I said, bye, I got to go. Well, then when you get back here, then we had to go. I had put in a Walmart order. I love Walmart orders. So I put in a Walmart order. So it was pick up between 3 and 4. Well, so we had to go do that. But mind you, then when we got back, I go, don't forget, we got to be on at 7 o'clock tonight. So then I had to fix dinner. So we fixed the burritos. Well, I fixed burritos tonight. And, but 2 of my jars didn't seal. Oh, I was so aggravated with that. I was going, I worked so hard. And of course, my pressure cooker only holds 7 quarts. So anyway, I had to take those out, and I had to look it up because I've never really had that. What I would if I can't get my words out, if I can recan it or not, cook it again. So I had to look on YouTube and see what people do when the jars don't seal. And one of them said was in the first 24 hours that you can. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I put the other jars in there along with the two. And so far, I think that I haven't even been hearing any popping. Have you been hearing any popping? I love hearing that popping. Then I know they're sealed. Let's see. Hi.
Well, it's prime season for tomatoes, and we watched a young lady last week. I'm sorry, last night frying green tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
She, the way I fry my green tomatoes is I slice them.
Stewart.
Mister to you.
Martha Stewart.
So anyway, I slice them. Then I put cornmeal and flour, regular flour, and batter them with an egg and all that, egg wash and all that kind of stuff.
What's this thing keep disconnecting and reconnecting? Sorry, baby. I'm just wondering what's the matter with the connection here. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to move you around, but you keep saying that the chat's disconnecting, then it's reconnecting. I don't know what's going on. Dorothy Brown.
So anyway, what she did, she cubed her tomatoes. She didn't slice them. She cubed them. She floured them and used cornmeal, and then she fried them, deep fried them, and they crunchy. Oh my word!
I know she was able to.
So they were bite size. You could like pick them up like a piece of chicken. That they, I don't know what they KFC calls them, but they're just little bite sized pieces of chicken. That's the way this green tomato was, and man, it looked good. We're gonna try that.
I could talk about that kind of stuff too. Let's see. There's Gwen. Hi, Sheila and Mister. Yeah, sometimes if you sleep longer, you can end up more. And I was more tired. I ordered groceries and was supposed to be delivered Sunday from 10 to 11. Well, we didn't get them until Monday. You can't find good help anymore. You just can't find it. I mean, I want to go hey, I got another hairdo. Y'all see that? Have y'all noticed that? I'm always talking about my hair because it drives me crazy. But I was going to this lady and I love her to pieces. I think he's churning. I love her to pieces. She's a great, great, great hairdresser, mind you. And she does, her specialty is a hair coloring. I'm going to tell you, she's wonderful. But for whatever reasons, she went up another $10 on her charges. And I'm going, we're on a budget. And it's like, I can't justify for me. So anyway, I went to this other place and see
16.
No, I'm trying to think what the difference between how much I've saved. But anyway, I saved a lot of money and she cut my hair and I was very, very, very pleased with it. So anyway, looks great, Sheila. Thank you.
I wanted to save her money. I got the weed eater right out in the barn. All I gotta do is get my weed eater, and she does not.
You see how much he loves me.
She does not want product on her hair. That's what
I don't.
I wouldn't. I told her. I said, no, I'll weed eat it for you, and you can put your own stuff on it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm going to deep fry tomatoes for sure. Yeah. When I was growing up, we never had really. You think we would because we were kind of poor people. I'm gonna tell you what. Let me tell you a story right here. My mom, and I know y'all got stories too. I'm sure you can tell. Man, y'all right in luck. I had 3. I got my hair cut recently. It looks a lot like yours. Hey, I'm telling you what, we're twins. Yours, I pay $50 for my haircut. $50, girlfriend. They are expensive, but I've been going to the same lady for 30 years. Well, I understand that. Y'all got a friendship and stuff there. I understand it. Well, like I said, the other lady's kind of like my friend. I mean, she's younger than me, but she went up a whole $10 on her hair cutting. Then because of my budget and stuff, so I had to look around. And so she went, and I'll just, since you put it here, she went from $35, and I always give her a $5 tip. So it's $40 every time I go, to now she went to $45. And if I give her a $5 tip, that will be $50. And I was going, no, no, not, it don't fit my budget. So I found this other lady, she cut my hair for $16. And I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm gonna stick with her. I mean, I hate leaving the other one, but my budget just says, Sheila, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. Anyway, let me y'all scrolling on up faster than I can read you. Was talking about to what, love them. Oh, sliced and flour, salt, and pepper, and fried till dark and crispy. Looks great, Sheila. Your new dude looks good. I'm sorry, I'm having to read real quick. Okay, I got my haircut. Okay, I read that one. They didn't have enough help. It was a mess, and we got someone else order and didn't get a few. Oh no! Items we ordered. What a headache. No, Mr. Sheila needs some pampering.
She gets plenty of it here.
You better listen to your viewers here. They're trying to give you some wisdom. And Barb says I pay 15. See, that's to me. Okay. Dorban, I can't justify haircuts either. And shortcuts have to be done. So I know what you're saying, Dorothy. That's why I was thinking that, I was going to try to let it grow out. I think I told you, because I've been flip flopping, short. And I was, the way this world is and everything, and Mr. and I talk about all the time. I said, if it gets to where this world is just, especially with any worse, and with the money situation the way that it is and might be, that they call in their debt, their $32 trillion debt, that, I mean, I won't be able to afford to go get a haircut. So why don't I just let it grow out?
Have you heard of the Flowbee?
Huh?
It's called the Flowbee.
What's that?
You've never heard of that?
No. Well, I would ask you, what's that?
It's where you take an attachment and put it on your vacuum cleaner.
Oh, I've seen those. Y'all remember seeing those?
That's cheap.
Barbara says I go twice a year. Cool means. I cut my own hair. I have for years. I wish I could cut mine. I can cut anybody else's. I used to cut my kids' hair all the time. My mother was a cosmetologist, so I was, I saw her all the time. I go to the shop. I saw how she cut it. So I cut hair, my kids' hair. I was afraid to cut anybody else's, to be honest with you. Looks very good. Thank you, Cheryl. Your hair looks nice. Haircuts are getting expensive. They are. Sue goes, Mr. LOL. She's laughing at you. I remember the Flowbee, Willia said. I love you, Sheila and Mr., but gotta run. Keep those videos and stories coming. KK, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you. And I will try, if I can remember, to write them down so I can share with you guys. It was something I was going to share just a minute ago, but see, it just left me. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, listen, you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next video, KK, okay? Bye, girl. Well, let's see. There was something I was going to tell. Okay, so I was talking about the day, about the canning jars. Well, evidently they turned out okay. I redid 2 of them. They seem to be okay. I hope when we eat them, they're going to be okay. I don't know. Gwen says, let it grow out and put it up in a clip. Mine is on the longer side, so I just put it in a ponytail. I know. Well, I thought about that too, because I used to wear my hair up, and I had like one of those little Chinese chopstick things. I went, stick it up there like that, or in the back like a French bun. I pull it back and do that as well. And I liked my hair longer. I tell you, the reason I got it cut, my hair used to be down to my waist, and I wore it like that for years and years and years. And when I had my accident, it wasn't that long, but it was still long. when I had my accident. And I was under so much anesthesia for, I think it was 11 hours that were operating on me. The anesthesia made me start losing my hair. And so it looked horrible. I mean, I would brush it and just chunks of hair was coming out. So I had to have it cut. And so I've had it cut like, short ever since. And I find that when we get older, mature ladies, that our hair starts getting thin. And y'all having trouble like up here, like bald men. Your hair, you know, I got big clumps right here. She had to thin them out. Kind of remember the bald people that got like they're all bald right here, but they just got that band of hair around there. You know what I mean? Well, that's why I think I said, Lord, don't I be having to wear a hat all the time. I'll just zip my hair off. I'll be going completely bald, mister.
Mm. I have to get you a toupee.
You can and make your wish, rub my head
Yeah.
like a dream of genie thing.
I'll get a can of paint and paint it.
He just loves me so much. That's it.
There's a lot of purple going on around this town. I could paint it purple.
Yeah, Barbara getting thin, man. What's that all about? See, us ladies, we understand us older ladies that when we need each other, and that's what I was saying. All jokes aside, I mean, we really do need each other, and I hope that would y'all share. I mean, y'all might know some other old farts like us, mature ladies, and share because actually we need each other. We have a lot of wisdom that we can share, and honestly, but also again, we don't know everything. Some of the tips that y'all have given me, I go, why not think of that? Or you kidding me? I could have done it that way this whole time. So, I mean, just the information that we give to one another. Um, we've had a lifetime of experiences. We have a lifetime of stories. We have a lifetime of heartaches. Uh, it's just amazing what information that we can share with one another that these young whippersnappers, and God bless them, but they haven't experienced yet. So even going through family, I don't trying to be morbid or be in a depressed state or anything like that, but even dealing with families, man, when you're growing up, when you're a kid, you just don't think much about if Uncle Ted is upset with Uncle Jack and kind of things like that. But then as you get older and stuff, you go, what was going on? Well, and it just kind of carries it on down, and you kind of carry these grudges and things like that, and you don't even really know why. And I don't know. I don't think family treats family like they should. Um, I grew up, and that's another story I'm gonna tell you. My life hasn't been always been hunky dory, and I will say this: I had such a horrible, horrible, horrible childhood. I really did, and which I haven't shared with you guys. But my uncle Dave told me one time that he and my aunt Bibi, um, I never did know it was out her real name Bibi or it was a nickname. Anyway, we call her Aunt Bibi. So they said to me, they called me by my middle name, which the family calls me Diane, Sheila Diane. And Uncle Dave came to me one time. He says, Diane, he says you're Aunt Bibi, and I pray for you all the time, and we're just proud of you, and that we don't with all that you've been through. It's just amazing. Other than prayer, that you've turned out the way that you've turned out. Mean on the better side of things that I experienced and things that I went through. So yeah, it's family is and you ever notice too that grandma's is the one that keeps the family together. Now, when my grandma passed away, all the family went everywhere. Oh, and I really hated that because I love getting together with my cousins every Sunday. Everybody would go over to my grandmother's house, and my grandma would feed a flock. I mean, I had 11 cousins that would be there. Then you got your aunts and uncles, there, and she had this little house, and people didn't seem to mind it way back then. They'd be crammed in this little house like sardines, and everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. And then when the grandma passed, everybody, you hardly ever see them. I got second cousins I have never met yet to this day. And but our cousins, my immediate cousins, we used to be really close. We don't see each other anymore. Wait, let me see what y'all saying. Before I retired, I worked in an office with younger men. They told me I was older than dirt. Man, I miss those guys. I go, where y'all got the broom and the dustpan? Let's see. You gotta have a sense of humor. Nickname me Stu, so I'd fit in. Ha ha. Thank God for people that pray for us. Amen. Sorry to hear you had a horrible childhood, but God, He had plans. He sure did. That's what my Uncle Dave said. He said, what all we have seen that you've gone through. And I think sometimes, well, I know sometimes, Barbara, that, and I told a lot of people that knew me, even some of my friends today said, Sheila, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you made it through what you went through. And I said, you know what? It's a choice. And say if you got a horrible father or a horrible mother or in the family, and they go, well, they were raised that way, and now old Bob turned out to be like old tomboy over there. Well, you know what? You don't have to. And that's what I'm saying is that I didn't want to be like so and so or so and so or so and so. I didn't want to be like them. So I made a choice. Go, whatever I do, I'm not going down that road. I'm not choosing that life. Now, did it make it better? Um, no, as far as I was still in a circumstances, but when I was able to get out, there were still ugly things and bad things that crossed my life. But uh, boy, if I didn't make some choices, man, I'd be down in the ditch, wouldn't I, baby? I'd probably be dead. To be honest with you, it was horrible, horrible. Let's see.
So, on a lighter note,
I'm sorry. He always says that when I go down that road.
so not making light of it. We've been up here for 3 years, and last week was the first time we went to the Galax Cinema. Now, if you haven't been to the Galax,
it's a town that's close to us.
Yeah, sorry. We had a great time. We went to see Sound of Freedom, a matinee, of course, and it's all the popcorn, all the drink you can self-serve that you can eat, and the price of the tickets with popcorn and drink were $18. The theaters, there's 3 of them there. They are comfortable. Chairs are a little worn, but they're well spread out. You're very comfortable. You don't have to sit all cramped up.
Yeah, so somebody in the back of it be putting the feet up on your seat. It's way spread wider, so they can't put their feet up on you.
So we were very comfortable. We enjoyed the movie. Matter of fact, we went back this week to see Indiana Jones and thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was $18. Now, in the big city where we came from, you go to the movies.
Yes, it was, Sue.
You go to the movies and get a medium popcorn and a medium Coke, but you got to buy them individually. You're going to spend $50, $60 easy.
Mm-hmm.
$18. So, we've decided to make that a date night thing. Like, you can go to 4:00 movie, it's still matinee, and then go out to eat.
Yeah.
But it's cheap entertainment. The place is very clean. People are very nice. And, most people are going to eat a big old bag of popcorn and drink a drink when they go.
I love popcorn.
and it's very reasonable. It doesn't break your budget.
Not only that, with the cost of everything, but when you get your bag of popcorn and your drink, you get as many refills as you want.
And it's all self-serve. They give you an empty bag and an empty cup, and you go to the
Sure.
drink stand and fill your cup, fill your bag of popcorn, and they have all the toppings there for the popcorn. It was a good experience. We're definitely going to go back, and it's a good afternoon out.
Let me tell you about weirdo me. I love popcorn, but there used to be this store. I mean, this is way back in the day. You remember Zayre's?
Oh yeah.
It was a store named Zayre's. It was a big department store. Anyway, they had a popcorn machine in there. And so you walk up the counter and you tell them you want a small, medium, large thing of popcorn. And, of course, you can go walk around the store, eat your popcorn. Well, I told this person, I go up there and I'm looking at, that big old glass. You can look in, see with the big popper that pops all the popcorn that comes out, and that's all at the bottom and stuff. So she goes over, opens the door, and I go, hold up, because she's getting ready to shovel it and stick it in the bag. I'm going, hold up. And she's looking at me. I go, scrape that popcorn kind of to the side. I want to get down there near the bottom where the little kernels are, those half pop seeds. I love them things. I don't know why I like them so good, but I do. Those little you know what I'm talking about, baby? The little half pop ones. I about get a whole bag
call
of
them old maids.
Why is that?
I don't know, because they didn't pop, I guess.
That's a stupid name, ain't it?
It is a stupid name.
Well, I get them half popcorn seeds, about a whole bag of those. Now, I had a little bit of the other in there too, but I used to love. You can't find that no more. So then we went to the movie theater, and it's self-serve. But what you do, you put your bag up in there, and you push a button, and it just comes all down in there. So I can't get the half pop ones. I wish somebody was back there so I could tell them I would like a lot of them half pop ones.
I got a lot of half pop ones yesterday. Remember?
Well, I ate so much popcorn. I bet ate a bag and a half.
Yeah, I bet we had a bag this big.
I mean, seriously. I love popcorn. I just don't know what it is. And have you ever sprinkled some paprika seasonings on it too? Just a little bit. I like that too. I know I'm weird.
Well, they lost money on us yesterday because we ate the popcorn.
Oh, y'all are talking about kind of scares your crowns. I know. Hello. Oh, y'all see Possum? She does that all the time. She'll come around. Let me get her. Come here, baby. I'm on her little stand right here. So here she is. There she is. Poor old thing. I told you how old. I know y'all go. You tell it every time. But she's 20. Let's see. That's another. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. She's 22 years and 8 months old. This one right here. She's lost a lot of weight. Yes, you have. She's very finicky eater. We have to watch. We get that Prina the hard food, and then it's for sensitive skin and stomachs. But I'm afraid she's going. When we get it, that's going to be too hard. She might. I don't know if she's got all of her teeth or not. Then she eats some of the soft pate food, and but it's only got to be certain ones of that too, because she can't. Her little digestive system now is just not as strong as it used to be. But she's hanging in there. She knows when we go to bed, she comes right in there. Well, Sammy does too. And it's like when she knows it's bedtime, she'll come up here and aggravate the dog out of it. And she's going, doesn't she, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Constantly wants to be rubbed. Constantly. Like you rub her some. Let me see if I can get her. Watch this. Let's see if I can get her. You rub her a little bit, then you go like this. Then she's going to make me a lie. Usually, she'll turn around and she'll go, like, would you rub me some more? Sammy's down there. I told you about Sammy having cushions, so we're having to watch him as well. Poor thing. I'm getting ready to cough, y'all.
Now, Possum piddles around, walks, meanders around, just kind of slowly makes her way here and there, here and there.
Cheddar popcorn.
When she has to go to the little potty, she has she has a litter box in our bathroom, and she'll go in there and just drag in. But buddy, after she does her business, she's finished the job. She comes tearing out of that bathroom. She flies through the house. Ooh, I feel good.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And then I'm thinking, I got to go clean that cat box. You know, it's my favorite thing to do in the whole wide world. Not. And she gets the litter all in her little paws. So when she gets out, when she's jumping, it's still stuck to it. So she comes out and it's just falling because she jumps out and then she takes off running. And then, or she'll do like this. You know how they do the feet. And then kitty litter is going everywhere. So you got to make sure you get it up before you take a shower because if you get out and you got wet feet, that stuff sticks all over your feet. But we love her, don't we, Possum? You know, I got her before her little eyes were even open, and I had a bottle feeder. So I'm the only mama she knows. She's purring right now. I don't know if you can hear her. It's very low, but she's purring. She's happy. She's happy to see y'all. See. Well, anyway, I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. I know y'all have stayed with us. For how long we've been on? About an hour now. Wow, we've been on here an hour. I so appreciate every single one of you. You know, I always tell you that I do, and sticking with me so far. I mean, tour woman, and
What?
a tour lady.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, but staying with me and listening to my stories and y'all sharing with me, you know, things about you and your life and a lot of prayer requests. I have. I'm not one of those to tell you that, you know, I'll do it and don't do it. When I tell you I'm going to do it, I do it. And it's like, you know, being out sometimes, and just give you an instance, is that sometimes we're out, you know, I know you've run into people and they go, well, how are you doing? Da, 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 you know, well, you know, why you pray? Will you pray for me? And they go, well, I sure will. And they just walk off and they done forgot it. I don't do that. You know, when I see somebody that's in person and they want prayer and they go, you know, just remember me in prayer, I go, well, we're going to pray right now. We're going to do it right now. And I do. I pray for them right then and there because I want them to know that I care and that Jesus cares, and that Jesus is a healer. And we just have to hold on to that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to hold on to that to know that He is a healer, even when our body is going through. We have to believe in His word. Remember that video that I have out about faith. We have to believe. We you know, and don't say anything different. Um, it's like, you know, I know sometimes we're in pain, but you go, I'm healed in the name of Jesus. And you keep saying that, then the enemy will try to come and bring pain or bring this because he tries to get you discouraged that, you know, that our prayer is not working, but it is working. But you've got to be steadfast and continue receiving your healing. Bertha, I want you to continue to play worship music. Don't keep, you know, I'm not trying to tell you what to do and be like a controlling spirit, but I know it's hard. I've been there, maybe not to the extent that you have been, but I have been in a bad place medically, and wondered why I was still alive. Now, being truthful with you, but you know, it's I said, you know, put on some praise and worship music, put on healing music, so I can hear that even in my sleep, even in, you know, that it's constantly playing, that my spirit man is getting fed. Have people that's talking to you talk positive things. I don't want to hear any negative, and that's the way I was with my mom. I didn't want to hear anything, and but anyway, I just want you to know that prayer works. Trust in Him, believe Him. You have to also remember that sickness is not from God. It isn't. He says that He wants us to all walk in divine health. He didn't create sickness to put on us to try to punish us or something. That's not from him. It's from the enemy. And not saying that y'all are bad people, but we have to understand where it's coming from. And once you understand that, then you can combat it and and believe and trust in your healing. My leg grew out 2 inches because I believed God, and He did. And that's another story. If you look at the testimony video that I have, it's one of my early ones about my testimony. So you just hold on to that and trust God. Now my leg is not completely out; it's got just a little bit like this, and I might walk like a duck a little bit, but that's okay. Because if people ever ask me, because I told God, if they ever ask me about this or even my arm here, that I have a scar here because I got a plate in my arm, if they ever ask me, because this to them, they think maybe I try to commit suicide. There it is. Oh, if you can see it. It's not. It's where they had to cut me open and put a plate there. But I said, if they ever ask me what this is about, I said that opens the opportunity to give you the praise, God. It gives you the opportunity to testify about you and what you've done. So sometimes we do go through things. It might be a little bit slower healing. Some is just like that, but we give God the glory. Each step that you go through and the healing that you go through, you give God the glory. And I don't mean to get to preaching here because I'm getting ready to get off of here. But I wanted to let you know that I do pray for each and every one of you that have asked me and given me very specific things that you want me to pray over. I'm telling you, I do that. I lift you up before the Father. So just rest assured that if you ever ask me to do that, say, if there's anybody that I know that I can ask to pray for me, I know that Sheila prays for me, even though you might not be here, but in your spirit. And what I'm telling you is that I do pray for you in Jesus' name. But anyway, we love you. We thank you for coming in and joining us. Please share the videos. Share it to some other mature ladies. And so we can come together and support each other. Like I said, most of the ones that I see out there are young whippersnappers, and God bless them. I'm not trying to knock them at all, but it's just very few. There might be some, I just don't know, videos that are out there. With the older lady just talking about our lives, and older men, we're talking about our lives and things we have to face, and that we can help one another get through. And if I can put a smile on your face, I've done my job. And I appreciate every one of you enjoying my stories. But anyway, know that I love you, but Jesus loves you more.
And speaking of smiles on your face, remind Sheila to tell you the story of the time we went fishing down in Newbern, and she ended up with this huge blue crab in her lap. It was hilarious.
That's for another time.
Yeah, it's for another time. But it was hilarious.
To him.
It was funny.
It was. It was a big crab about this big. Them pinchers. Anyway. But
I looked up, 2 legs like that, buddy. And that crab.
He's talking about my legs. My legs went way up in the air. I can tell you that story. Possum's like, let me see. Possum, look here. Say goodbye to them. She doesn't know what she's doing. She can't hear. I talk to her, but she can't hear. And then sometimes I catch myself. I go, I don't even know why I'm talking because I know you can't hear me. Well, anyway. Remember that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And what? You're blessed in the city. You're blessed in the fields. You're blessed when you come, and you're blessed when you go. In Jesus' name. And until the next time and the next video, I'll see you guys later. And please like, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye, y'all. Tell them bye, Possum.
Have a good night.